let me tell you something that nobody wants to hear. The difference between winners and losers isn't talent. It's not luck. It's not opportunities. It's how they think. Winners think one way, losers think another way. And right now, you need to make a choice. Are you going to think like a winner, or are you going to keep thinking like a loser and wonder why your life never changes? If you're ready to change your thinking and finally start winning, hit that subscribe button right now. Because what I'm about to share with you is going to expose the exact mental patterns that separate champions from everyone else. Here's what most people don't understand. Your life is a direct reflection of your thoughts. Your bank account reflects how you think about money. Your relationships reflect how you think about yourself. Your career reflects how you think about success. If you're not where you want to be, it's because you're not thinking like someone who deserves to be there. Today, I'm going to break down 7 key differences between winner thinking and loser thinking. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which mindset you have, and more importantly, how to change it. Stay with me, because this is going to change everything. Difference Hasson. Winners think, how can I? Losers think, I can't. Your first thought determines your entire trajectory. When faced with a challenge, winners and losers have completely different first thoughts. A loser sees an obstacle and immediately thinks, I can't do this. I don't have the resources. I'm not qualified. It's impossible. They shut down before. It's impossible. A loser sees a loser, a loser, a loser. They even start. Their mind immediately goes to all the reasons why it won't work. And guess what? They're right. It won't work because they've already decided it won't. But a winner? Same obstacle. Different thought. How can I do this? What resources do I need? Who can help me? What's the first step? They don't waste energy on whether it's possible. They assume it's possible and immediately start problem solving. Their brain is wired for solutions, not excuses. And that difference in thinking creates completely different results. This isn't about positive thinking. This is about solution-focused thinking. Losers focus on problems. Winners focus on solutions. Losers see barriers. Winners see possibilities. And over time, that pattern of thinking compounds. The loser stays stuck because they think in limitations. The winner keeps advancing because they think in possibilities. Starting today, catch yourself every time you think, I can't. Stop. Replace it with, how can I? Don't just think it, write it down. How can I afford this? How can I learn this skill? How can I make this work? Train your brain to be a problem solver, not a problem finder. Every single time you replace I can't with how can I, you're rewiring your brain to think like a winner. Do this consistently and watch your life change. Difference #2. Winners think long-term, losers think short-term. Winners play the long game. Losers want instant results. Losers make decisions based on right now. I feel like it today. I don't feel like it today. This is hard right now. I want this now. They're slaves to immediate gratification. They want the pleasure now, and they'll deal with the consequences later. And that's why they're stuck. Because every short-term decision they make is sabotaging their long-term future. Winners think differently. They make decisions based on who they're becoming, not how they're feeling. They sacrifice now for success later. They delay gratification. They do the hard thing today because they know it creates the easy life tomorrow. They plant seeds knowing they won't see fruit for months or years. And they're okay with that because they're playing a different game than everyone else. Think about it. The loser eats junk food today because it tastes good, gains weight for years. The winner eats healthy today, even though it's boring, builds a strong body for life. The loser skips the gym because they're tired, stays weak. The winner goes to the gym despite being tired, builds discipline and strength. The loser spends money on things that feel good now, stays broke. The winner invests money in things that pay off later, builds wealth. And before you make any decision today, ask yourself, is this a winner decision or a loser decision? Am I choosing what feels good now or what's best for my future? Make one long-term decision today. Skip the fast food and meal prep. Skip the Netflix and read a book. Skip the impulse purchase and invest that money. Train yourself to think long-term, and your life will reflect long-term success. Difference. #3. Winners take responsibility. Losers play victim. Winners own everything. Losers blame everything. Here's the easiest way to spot a loser. They blame everyone and everything for their situation. The economy is bad. My boss doesn't appreciate me. I didn't have the same opportunities. My parents messed me up. The system is rigged. We have an excuse for everything. And as long as they're blaming external factors, they'll never change because they've given away all their power. Winners think the exact opposite. They take full responsibility for everything in their life, even the things that aren't their fault. Why? Because blame gives you an excuse. Responsibility gives you power. When you take responsibility, you take back control. You stop waiting for circumstances to change and you start changing yourself. You stop being a victim and you start being a victor. A loser fails and says, it's not my fault. A winner fails and says, what did I do wrong? What can I learn? What will I do differently next time? The loser gives away their power by blaming. The winner keeps their power by taking responsibility. And that's why one stays stuck and one keeps growing. Today, stop blaming anyone or anything for where you are. Take full responsibility. Stop saying they did this to me and start saying, I allowed this to happen and now I'm going to change it. Write down one thing you've been blaming others for. Now reframe it. I take responsibility for my response to this situation, and here's what I'm going to do about it. Responsibility is power. Claim it. Difference #4. Winners embrace failure. Losers avoid it. Losers see failure as final. Winners see failure as feedback. Losers are terrified of failure, so they don't try. They stay comfortable. They play small. They avoid risks. They'd rather do nothing than try and fail. And you know what? They succeed at avoiding failure, but they also succeed at avoiding success. Because success requires failure. Every winner has failed more times than the loser has even tried. Winners have a completely different relationship with failure. They expect it. They embrace it. They learn from it. When they fail, they don't see it as a reflection of their worth. They see it as data. This didn't work. Why? What can I adjust? Let me try again. Failure isn't the end of the story. It's just part of the process. The only real failure is quitting. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times before creating the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah was fired from her first TV job. Every single successful person has a story of failure, but they didn't let failure define them. They let it refine them. They kept going. And that's the difference. Think of something you've been avoiding because you're afraid to fail. Now reframe it. Failure is just feedback. The only way I truly fail is if I don't try. Take one action toward that thing today. If it doesn't work, great, you got valuable data. Adjust and try again. Start seeing failure as a necessary step toward success, not something to avoid. Winners fail forward. Start doing the same. Difference Hash 5. Winners invest in themselves. Losers consume. Losers spend money. Winners invest in growth. Look at how a loser spends their time and money. Entertainment. Consumption. Immediate pleasure. New clothes they don't need. Eating out constantly. Subscriptions to services they barely use. Scrolling social media for hours. Watching TV. Playing video games. They're consuming their life away. And then they wonder why they're not growing. Winners spend their time and money completely differently. They invest. They buy books. They take courses. They hire coaches. They attend seminars. They spend time learning skills that increase their value. They spend time building things that generate income. They see every dollar and every hour as an investment opportunity. Will this make me better? Will this move me forward? Will this pay dividends? The loser thinks investing in themselves is expensive. The winner knows that not investing in themselves is more expensive. The loser buys things that depreciate. The winner invests in things that appreciate, especially themselves. And over time, that compounding investment creates an unstoppable advantage. This week, redirect money you would have wasted on consumption toward an investment in yourself. Buy a book instead of eating out. Take an online course instead of buying clothes you don't need. Spend an hour learning a valuable skill instead of scrolling social media. Track how much time and money you invest in yourself versus how much you waste on consumption. Shift the ratio. Winners invest more than they consume. Be a winner. Difference hash 6. Winners focus on what they can control. Losers worry about what they can't. Losers waste energy on things outside their control. Winners focus all their energy on what they can control. Losers spend all day worrying about things they can't control. The economy, the weather, what people think of them, politics, other people's opinions, things that happened in the past, things that might happen in the future. They waste massive amounts of mental and emotional energy on things that are completely outside their control. And because they're focused on what they can't control, they neglect what they can. Winners are laser focused on what they can control. Their effort, their attitude, their response, their decisions, their habits, their work ethic, their personal development. They don't waste a single ounce of energy on things outside their sphere of influence. They pour all their energy into the few things they can actually control. And that focused energy creates incredible results. Think about it. You can't control whether someone gives you an opportunity, but you can control how prepared you are when the opportunity comes. You can't control the economy, but you can control your skills and your value. You can't control what happened yesterday, but you can control what you do today. That's winner thinking. Make 2 lists. Things I can control. Things I can't control. Look at your can't control list and stop giving it energy. Stop worrying about it. Stop complaining about it. Let it go. Now look at your can control list and pour all your energy there. Today, focus only on what you can control: your effort, your attitude, your choices. That's where your power lives. That's where winners focus. Difference. Hash 7. Winners think abundance. Losers think scarcity. Losers believe there's not enough. Winners know there's more than enough for everyone. Losers operate from scarcity. There's not enough money. There's not enough opportunity. If they win, I lose. They see the world as a competition where someone else's success takes away from theirs. So they're jealous. They're envious. They hate on other people's success. And that mentality keeps them poor, not just financially, but mentally and emotionally too. Winners think in abundance. They believe there's more than enough for everyone. They celebrate other people's success because they know it doesn't take away from theirs. They see someone else winning and think, if they can do it, I can too. They're inspired by success, not threatened by it. They know that wealth is created, not divided. And that mindset opens doors that scarcity thinking keeps locked. When you think in scarcity, you hoard, you compete, you tear others down. When you think in abundance, you share, you collaborate, you lift others up. And ironically, abundance thinking attracts more abundance. Scarcity thinking attracts more scarcity. Your mindset literally determines what flows into your life. Today, catch yourself every time you think in scarcity. I can't afford that. There's not enough. They're lucky, and I'm not. Stop. Replace it with abundance thinking. How can I afford that? There's more than enough. If they can do it, so can I. Celebrate someone else's success today instead of being jealous. Share something valuable instead of hoarding it. Shift from scarcity to abundance and watch how your life changes. You now know the 7 key differences between winner thinking and loser thinking. Here's the question. Which one are you? Be honest. Which patterns do you recognize in yourself? Drop a comment below. I used to think like a loser in Aria, but I'm choosing to think like a winner starting today. Let's support each other in this transformation. Let me leave you with this. You are not stuck with the thinking you have right now. Your mindset is not permanent. You can change how you think. And when you change how you think, you change your entire life. Winners aren't born, they're made. They're made by choosing winner thinking patterns every single day until those patterns become automatic. You have a choice right now. You can keep thinking like a loser, making excuses, playing victim, avoiding failure, thinking short term, focusing on what you can't control, operating from scarcity, wasting your resources on consumption. And if you do, your life will stay exactly the same. You'll keep getting the same results. You'll keep wondering why nothing changes. Or you can choose to think like a winner. Starting today, starting right now, you can ask, how can I? Instead of, I can't. You can think long term instead of short term. You can take responsibility instead of blaming. You can embrace failure instead of avoiding it. You can invest in yourself instead of consuming. You can focus on what you control instead of worrying about what you don't. You can think in abundance instead of scarcity. The choice is yours. But understand this, your current thinking created your current life. If you want a different life, you need different thinking. It's that simple. It's that powerful. And it's that powerful. End of sing. End of sing. One. And it's completely within your control. So what's it going to be? Are you going to think like a winner or stay a loser? Choose now, because every thought you think from this moment forward is either moving you towards success or keeping you stuck in mediocrity. Choose wisely. If this video changed how you think about success, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's build a community of winners who refuse to think like losers. Your transformation starts in your mind. Let's transform together. Now go. Think like a winner, and watch your life prove you right.